limitless qualities. I get thinking way too much in my head that, my gosh, how are we going to come up with meditation on limitless? That's infinity, for crying out loud. So I thought tonight we would just stretch our brains a little bit gently to kind of prepare us for a month of talking about limitless. So settle into whatever meditative position works best for you. Whether you're lying down, sitting upright, washing dishes, working on the car, whatever it is. We're going to take a moment, we're going to get in touch with our breath. Breath is so important. And I'm going to take 3 very slow, deep inhalations, filling both the abdomen and the chest. I'm going to hold for a slow count of 8. And I'm going to exhale for a slow count of 8. And after I do that quietly for 3 times, we'll get started. If you have a breathing exercise of your own, by all means. As you continue to breathe, be mindful of any tension that might reside between your ears, your forehead. Relax your face down through the cheeks. Relax your jaw, your neck. Even if you're sitting upright, you can still relax the shoulders. Let any tension roll down your arms, over the forearms, and just let it drain out of the palms of your hands. Be mindful of any stress that might reside between the shoulder blades, anything that you're holding in the chest, in the abdomen, down through the lower back. Release down through the hips, across the legs, over the knees. Relax the calves. Any remaining tension, just let it drain from the bottom of your feet. And just breathe. As we bring forward the word limitless, I just want to point out that can go in a couple different directions. And just take a moment and picture something in your mind, whether it be a ruler, a loaf of bread, a piece of paper, something that in your mind you can cut in half. Doesn't matter what the object is. It doesn't matter what length of measurement we begin with. At any given time, we can cut it in half. Just take a moment and slowly imagine whatever it is in your mind, separating it in 2. Focus for a moment on 1/2 of whatever it is you have. And once again, imagine it being divided by 2. They say if you fold a piece of paper 42 times, if you were able to do so, that piece of paper would be so thick that it would go from the earth to the moon. Once again, imagine whatever it is that you're splitting in 2, and continue to just imagine it in half. And again, imagine it in half. As the object or measurement gets smaller, imagine yourself shrinking down. Imagine yourself getting smaller and smaller. And this object is now once again the size that you started. And again, divide it in 2. And once again, divide it in 2. Whether we're imagining an object or a frustration, stress, grief, guilt, we can bring it forward and divide it by 2. We can cast half of it away or set it aside for now. Focus on the smaller piece. And again, divide it by 2 and set half of it aside. At no point, whether it's the physical world, the mental world, your emotions, at no time can an object, a challenge, a struggle, a measurement cannot be divided by 2. And just take a moment and get in touch with your breath. Relax. You're safe. You're warm. And just remind yourself that no matter what it is, it can always become smaller and smaller and smaller. And just breathe. And as you're mindful of your breath, take a moment and on the inhale, Imagine a bright light from within, centers in the belly, warm yellow or white light as it grows inside of you. Imagine that light as it gets bigger and begins to emanate from outside of you. Imagine that warm light as it reaches out to each wall that may surround you. Let that light continue to grow bigger and bigger. Imagine it as it stretches out over your home, the neighborhood. Let the light continue to grow as it expands out over the county, whatever state you're in. Imagine that light as it emanates from you outwards and encompasses the whole planet. Let that light continue to grow as it moves outward amongst the planets of the solar system. Imagine that light as it continues to grow outwards into the galaxy. Just let that light continue to grow outwards. At no point can the light within, as it shines out, keep from being doubled. As we look into a starry night, we capture the stars that are billions of light years away from each other, and yet we can capture them in our vision. At any given time, we can see across immense amounts of space, far beyond what we can imagine. And if we were to continue to go outwards further and further and further, there is no point at which you can't double the light. The light within is limitless. So if limitless is outwards and limitless is inwards, there's no point at which we can't divide and can't double. It makes you in the center. And just take a moment or two and just quietly, gently play with those ideas. Stretch your mind as wide as you can. Let that light shine. And or pick an object or a challenge and just play with it. Divide it in two. And just breathe. Now gently take a slow and deep cleansing breath. Gently bring yourself back to the space.
Dedication of merit.
Thanks, Julia. Thanks, everybody. What beautiful shares. If you are new, we are so glad you're here. We hope you feel comfortable and we hope you come back. Reminding us that taking care of ourselves, each and every one of you, please congratulate yourselves, pat yourself on the back. I have to do it for myself to remember, take care of ourselves. So thanks. Beautiful shares. All right, let's settle in and we'll do a dedication of merit. This month, we're going to talk about limitless. We stretched our minds a little bit. Limitless can be as small as we want it to be, or as grand and as great as we allow it to be. As we go through our week and our day, may we recognize that each and every person that we come across can also, if they're a challenge, we can take it down, 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 but we can also fill them with light and love and just reach out. You have a wonderful evening, a great week. Namaste.
Thank you, friends.